Morning. Thank you for joining the morning coffee this morning. As you see, I'm not in the Badlands. We spent a couple nights there and rained. It 30 mile an hour winds all night long. The RV was shaking. It was shaking so much I had to close the slides in at night. So we moved. We can do that. So we moved over to Hot Springs, South Dakota down here, and it's beautiful. As you can see, we're at Custer State Park, the wildlife loop. It is pretty. It's quiet. There's some wildlife coming around. We're just got into the loop this morning, and I just wanted to share with you. You'll see some pictures going on of what we're doing in the Custer State Park. We'll have a mammoth archaeological thing that we're going to see, and then we'll probably see a windy cave, and then Mount Rushmore right over here. I mean, we're all right down here. The Badlands is just bad. Bugs. It was nice view. It was great. I don't want to put it down. It was an awesome view, but it was a windy, and then when you get 2 tornado warnings, it was time to pack up and leave. It was just go. It was so muddy, I had to get towed out. I love this community. Just honestly, people help people. That's what it should be. And this guy seen me spinning. I put the trailer on and everything, and I was just sitting there spinning in the mud, and the guy came up, hooked up to my bumper. I mean, him 2 minutes later, I was out of it. We're doing good. So I hope you enjoy our view today of Custer State Park Wildlife Loop.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
If you want a bunch more.
I kiss him on the nose? Well, I can't reach him.
Where are you gonna go?
I think so. Yeah. I'm not sure. Who's your baby cat? Right by the mirror. You kiss him. Right there. That's your friend.
He was laying down in the grass right there, just chatting.
This one's like, you're not messing with my cat. I will jack you up.
Look at him. Oh, buddy. He's not happy with you. Cat wants to nurse.
You're gonna get really close to that.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Yeah? You know, a long, long, long time ago, the Indians used to hunt the buffalo for meat with bow and arrow.
I'm sure I don't think I can open that from right hand side. I think they're used to cars by now. Wish I would have seen this earlier. Too close. Just breathtaking. I had to take a video of this. This is the lodge where we ate at. Just give you a panoramic view of see if I can get the line there. Yeah. There it goes. All the way around again. Custer State Park. A must to do. Must have, I guess you would call it.
Oh, look at him.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind.
Years ago, the sinkhole was filled with warm water. The majority of plant remains recovered from the sinkhole indicate a tree and grassland environment. A variety of grasses, hackberry, celtis, and sedges, carex, with small areas of scattered oak, orchis, willow, salix, and pine, pinus. The sinkhole pond likely offered an attractive water and food source for the local fauna. Unfortunately, the edge of the sinkhole.
So this is an active site, so people do work in here. It's actually pretty cool. Look at that, the bones right here, walking over the bones.
Look at the years.
Yeah, each year, Jenna said. So there's these QR codes you can scan and they talk about the places.
As you stand at this location, you are poised at the excavated edge of the sinkhole. While looking up to the right at the pelvis at Flag 2, take a step back in time. If the pond was active, you would be at least 25 feet, 7.6 meters, underwater. Scientists estimate that the top of the sinkhole, 140,000 years ago, would be equal to about the rafters of the building you are in now.
Hey, says nothing.
So don't worry. So this is the mammoth foot.
Affirmative solution.
Come on.
The Mammoth Site sinkhole pond that you are now standing on the edge of contains skeletal remains that researchers feel belong to both Columbian and woolly mammoths. In front of you are two upside-down skulls. Slightly to your right is a skull next to Flag 4. This is a Columbian mammoth, with its molars oriented up and the tusk sockets pointing to the right. Further to your left against the wall is a woolly mammoth skull below Flag 5. Mammoths typically would have 4 sets of teeth in their mouth at any one time. Each tooth row would have up to 6 teeth through the course of their life. At the overlook, you will have another view of these two skulls. Although the common dinosaur bone and these mammoth bones are all fossils, the mammoth site bones have not had mineral replacement of the organic material and are not petrified. Instead, the warm water of the pond leached out all the organic material, leaving behind a mere fragile skeletal remnant. Because of this, a plastic preservative solution has to be soaked into the bones to conserve them for view and study.
That tusk is irreparably preserved.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at that tusk right there. Even RV steps are here.
Flag 6, you are looking at the lower half of a mammoth skeleton. Although highly modified by the action of freeze-thaw over the millennia, bones are highly fractured. Notice the 2 fan-shaped blades of the hip bone, as you saw at Flag 2. Below each blade is the upper leg bone, femur, the kneecap, the lower legs, both the tibia and fibula, and various bones of the feet. Upon his death, this mammoth became lodged belly to the wall. Either the upper half of the carcass was preserved and then eroded away before researchers could excavate it, or only this part of the decaying carcass settled in this section of the pond to become buried.
Wow.
At the far western edge of the sinkhole, but still on the inside. Take a look at the number of isolated tusks in the area immediately below where you are standing. Realize that tusks are ever-growing teeth and are only loosely connected into the socket of a skull. Because of this, they can easily slide out of the socket while the carcass is decomposing. There are no tusks in the lower jaw of elephants and mammoths, but some distant relatives have tusks in both upper and lower jaws. Thus far, there are 122 tusks recovered in the sinkhole, and knowing that each individual had only 2 tusks when it died, a minimum of 61 mammoths are currently exposed. Only 2 mammoths have been identified as the smaller woolly mammoth.
West end of the building illustrates mammoths and living elephants all shown at life sizes. Go stand next to the pygmy mammoth. It is the smallest of the North American mammoths, yet it is as tall as or taller than most visitors to the mammoth site. Take a look at each size, and then note the largest is the Columbian mammoth, the one that was entrapped in the sinkhole pond behind you. Pygmy mammoths are not found on site, but our scientists are studying the remains from the Channel Islands of Southern California. You will find more information about the pygmy mammoth and the Channel Islands excavation in the exhibit hall when you are finished with your bone bed tour. A good position to take it.
So they're saying the sign says over there that they would enter over here, right?
Yep.
Come this way and then they get
And
stuck.
there were like marshy grasses and stuff that enticed them. and then they couldn't get back out because of the red shale. It was too slick.
Oh, okay. And they were stuck.
Yep.
Here we are down at the bottom. There's Napoleon. They call him Napoleon.
Incredible view of that.
And that is right there in front of me. The 14 is awesome. Look at that. All the way up there. We came 140,000 years ago, way up there. And now this is 190,000 years ago.
To the wall below the overlook. Layer upon layer of sediments can be observed on the far wall, and our scientists are constantly updating their findings based on new technology. The scientists have now determined the excavated areas of the sinkhole are approximately 140,000 years old. They used to believe the site was a mere 26,000 years old, but this was based on an older radiocarbon technology. It is important to assess this critical fossil locality using the newest and most refined technology.
And this is it. You have traveled all around the sinkhole pond, the bone bed, and are now back to the spring conduit, the source of the water filling the pond.
Did you know the site has a well-equipped microfauna lab where researchers can study the skeletons of small mammals, in addition to the tiny bones of lizards, frogs, salamanders, and snakes found during the screen washing of the pond sediment? The lab also has a large comparative collection of snails and clams. All these remains help scientists reconstruct the local environment of the Ice Age.
The self-guided tour that you just finished provided you with a snapshot.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the ring.